All right. Good morning, grade 8. So, week 2 of online learning. Yesterday, you had some information about how to find information, or you did some work on how to find information. And today, we're going to build on that. So, hopefully, you were all able to find your sources yesterday. Today, what we're going to do is we are going to pay some attention to what's called the CRAAP test. Now, the CRAAP test is one way to find whether something is credible. So this is the document that you will find on PowerSchool Learning, right? We've got the date here, so you should be able to find it. And here are the objectives for today, so I'll just highlight them. We are going to learn how to apply the CRAAP test. You're going to identify a good source and a poor source using this screencast. And then here are all of the lesson instructions. Okay, so there's a Google slideshow that you're going to go through, and I'm actually going to go through that with you in just a moment, and it will be posted. There is a video that you're going to watch. It's actually this video right here. Okay, it's on the CRAAP test, and that is linked on the document, so you'll be able to find that. It's not very long, just almost a little under 4 minutes. Okay, you are watching this screencast now, so you're actually doing number 2, so that's good. And then here are the steps to complete it. So after you've watched this video and you've watched that video and looked through the slides, you are going to go to one of the sources from yesterday, the ones that you filled in, and you got the URL, the MLA citation, and you're going to make a copy of this document, which is a source template document. Okay, and I'll show you how to do that in a minute. You're going to complete the CRAAP test on one source. I would highly suggest using Britannica or another source from the library because those ones we know are credible. So if you deem it to be credible, meaning it's a good source to take notes from, then you're going to take notes on it using that same template I just showed you. And when you are doing notes, it'll be really clear on the template, but what we really want you to do is, first of all, put the direct quotes in quotation marks. So when you copy and paste something, you need to put speech bubbles, or not speech bubbles, speech marks around those, okay? Then you need to tell the paragraph or the page number, because that's really important for citing it later on in when you put it in the essay, if you use it. And then third, we want you to summarize it in your own words. Okay, once you're done that for one source, then you go to PowerSchool Learning. Okay, so first thing you're going to do after watching this video is you're going to watch this video, okay? Then you're going to go to this Google slideshow, and you can look through these. Now I'm going to, oh, wait a minute, I'm not going to present that to you. Let me just go through it like this. Okay, so the video is also linked on the slideshow, so you can go there. So the CRAAP test stands for currency, relevance, authority, accuracy, and purpose. So we apply these things to different sources of information in order to get a source that's credible. So if something was, let's say you were talking about radios and you wanted to find a relevant source. If you found a source from the 1960s on a radio, that is not current. Radios have changed a dramatic amount since 1960, so we wouldn't want to use that source, okay? Now I'm going to give a little example in a moment, but I'll just go through this. Relevance is, does it support your research topic? So is it focused enough for you? Authority means, is it written by someone who has the credentials to be able to write with authority? Is it written by a 12-year-old? Should we trust a 12-year-old to tell us the information that we're wanting to learn? Is it written by an academic, somebody who has went to university for it? Is it accurate? So this is a tricky one because you have to compare it to other references. So as you get further into your research, you ask yourself, does this say something similar? Can I trust it? And then this is a really important one, purpose, when we get to websites. What is the purpose of this website existing? Do they want to entertain us? Is it filled with ads? Is it filled with things on the side that want us to click to other websites? Because if it is, that might affect whether we trust that website or not. Okay? Now, you can look through these slides. I won't go through all of them, but for database, what we mean by database is Destiny or Britannica, things that are found in our ICS school website. So if you've gone to Destiny and you search MSHS Research or Destiny Catalog, those are both databases. They are places where the information has been organized and it pulls it from lots of different places. That's why it's called a database. Now, later on in the week, we're going to do a website. And these are really important questions to ask about websites. Is there a published date? Is it copyrighted? What are the technical words that are used? These are really important, the domain. If it's a .com or .ca or .hk, anybody can put those sites out. But if it's .gov or .edu, it usually means they're more reputable. Accuracy, when they're citing their sources. So when the website cites its sources, that's helpful. Okay, and really important to think of the purpose of a website. Is it just to inform, or is it to get us to click on it? Okay. Now, after you've watched the video, okay, and it says here to go to the template on PowerSchool Learning. That template is this one. So, first thing you need to do is you need to do File, make a copy of it, okay, and it says insert your name and section, okay. So I'm going to do, here we'll do Kylie, can't spell your name, Kylie Chan, and I think Kylie's in my AH block, but I'm not sure. Okay, but that's what you should do. Okay, so you make a copy of it. Now I'm going to do a mock one. Okay, so this is not legitimate. Okay, so let's say my MLA citation, let's say I was studying American Indians. You're not, but let's say you were, or Native Americans. So I've got my MLA citation, right? I copied it from here. So this is the same thing that you did yesterday. You can copyright that, copy there, and you can take that from the same document you submitted yesterday. Okay, so it's in there. Now you'll notice this is source number 1. Now I'm gonna do the CRAAP test on this article. So currency, I'm looking for when was this published. So I'm scrolling down and I'm trying to find a published date. Now because this is an online encyclopedia or a database, it might not have a published date. And actually if we look at that citation again, it will actually say February 2020, which is it's today's date. Okay, so I can write in here that it was updated in 2020, in February 2020. Okay, now relevance. My topic was on, let's say my topic was on European explorers and their impact on Native Americans. Okay, so I'm looking for things about explorers. Well, it says Native peoples had lived in Americas for thousands of years when the first European explorers set foot on their land. Okay, Christopher Columbus, and it talks about that. There's more talk about explorers here. Okay, so for relevance, I can write it is about Native Americans and has some information about explorers. So it's not specifically about explorers, right? But it's sort of about explorers. Now, authority. Does it tell me anywhere who wrote this? Do they have authority? So what I'm looking for now is I'm looking for citations. Is there citations on the bottom of this? So I've got some pieces of artwork that are from museums. So that is somewhat helpful. Sorry, my phone just went off. I'll just turn that off. Now, so far I'm not finding any sources. Usually, encyclopedia articles are written by people that are experts in their field, but it's not written anywhere here. So if we just look at the citation again, there's no author in here. Okay, so we can write it is an encyclopedia, but no authors are listed. It's important to recognize that. Now, for accuracy, this is my first source, so I can't compare it to anything else. So what I can write is that I can't compare it. And then lastly, the purpose. Well, this is a source that our school has paid for, so I can be pretty confident that this is to inform. It's not trying to get me to sell, it's not trying to sell me anything, it's not trying to get me to buy anything, it's to inform. Now, let's go here. So there's 3 columns here. So it says direct quote, page or paragraph number, and then in my own words. For each time you take a note, that's what I would like you to pay attention to. So let's go to that one quote. Remember, my topic is on explorers. Let's say I want this part. Native peoples had lived in America for thousands of years when the first European explorers set foot. I'm going to copy that. Okay, I'm going to bring it over here. Okay, and because it's a direct quote, I'm going to put quotation marks around it. Okay, now I have to pay attention to the paragraph number. So if I look, it's paragraph 1, paragraph 2. This is taken from paragraph 3. That means I'm easily able to go back and find it. Okay, paragraph number 3. Now I have to put this in my own words. How can I say this in my own way? So I'll say Native Americans lived in the U.S. for many years before the explorers came. So it's not word for word. It is not, it's not a direct quote anymore. I put it in my own words and it shows that I understand it. Now, what you need to do is continue to read your article, whatever it is. I would have to read all the way down, and whatever has to do with your topic. So my topic was on, explorers in the United States. I'm only going to write down things that are related to my topic. Okay? And I'm just going to continue writing, and if I need more space, right, you just copy. You can copy this, and then you can insert rows below or above, and then paste those in. Okay, and you can keep going. You'll notice that as you scroll down, I have now source 2. Okay, what I'd like you to do if you get if you need more space, is just put that on a new page. Okay, so that we know that source 2 is separated from source 1. And then you need to do this for one source. Okay, once you're done, you're going to go to PowerSchool Learning and you're going to submit that, and that is your work for today. Okay, so you've taken the notes, right? You've done this on one source. Okay, just one source, and then you rest, you have a Coke, something else, whatever you enjoy. Go for a walk. You are done humanities for today. Our thinking is that this should take you only about 45 minutes or so it's not a real busy day. We're hoping that you're on task and hoping that you're keeping up with everything. On Friday, we will both be having, so Mrs. Prasad and I will both be having Zoom lessons, so look for those. If you're not getting your assignments in on time, please email us so that we can help you. Really important that you stay on task and up to date. Okay? Hope you're doing well. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.